Alright, I've been playing the drums for since like 5th grade, so it's probably like 11 years. So in high school, I did marching band, played the quads, which are 4 drums or 5 drums, and got me really good at rudiments because I had to practice specific rudiments and stick patterns and like written stuff, which I wasn't that good at because I had been learning by playing in a band. So it kind of rounded off my drum education, and those are the 2 biggest aspects of playing the drums are the like mathematical and musical. Like on paper, you got to decipher rhythms, you got to work on which hand you play with, and like flams and all kinds of little stick tricks that you would learn in like a formal school setting, and then you have to learn stuff like how to play with a band. I think when I came to college, the coolest thing that I learned, like right off the bat, was my teacher on the first day said, I'm not going to make you the fastest drummer that ever lived, and I'm not going to make you like break any records or be the flashiest drummer, but I promise that I'll make you sound good in a band. And some drummers, you'll just be, mouth open in awe of how technical they are, but some drummers, you won't be able to help but like bobbing your head and tapping your toe. The coolest part about drums, like in a philosophical sense, is they are not melodic. And pretty much every other instrument, especially in like a rock band, is somewhat melodic. You can make notes with it. With the drums, you can think about it melodically, but it's a lot different. Like each drum has a different tone, and what you really have to do is like think about it like an instrument and kind of hear it like a normal instrument, even though most people wouldn't. But like when you play a drum solo, instead of just playing a jumble of notes, you can kind of hear the melody of the song in your head, just like a saxophone player is playing, like off the melody in his head, he's doing a solo off that. The drummer should be doing the exact same thing. What separates a good drummer from a great drummer is they can really dive deep in on the simplest drum beat ever and make it sound like even better than you could imagine, just because they really get into the groove, they get into the pocket. They have great technical skills, but they don't flash them out. They don't like go crazy. They'll show them in the groove, and you'll be able to tell by the end of that song that they're an amazing drummer. But they don't, they're not too flashy. They're tasteful about it. That's the best drummer there is. Learning the drums is like learning how to speak English. You practice your words when you're first. You have to learn your words. You have to learn your rudiments playing drums. And then once you get them, once you understand them, they're in your head. You're in your vocab. And what you do is you really just build up this vocab so that in a solo or in a groove, you can pull something out. Just like in a conversation, you could you learned a new word, like, oh, I'm going to use this word in this conversation because it fits perfectly. That's exactly what it's like. You just learn new vocab, and then you can use it in the conversation, like playing music.